the downside? If I don't do this, if I don't call you, if I don't plan for my future, then the downsides are I could run out of money, live too long, essentially, which is an unpleasant outcome. Or I could, the more interesting thing to me is your point that I might not spend enough money on myself, and I might live below my means. Which of those two is a larger problem for people?
Well, they're both equally big because nobody knows when they're going to breathe their last breath, and there's really only two ways you can die. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
There's conveniently and inconveniently. Okay, most people want to go conveniently, but most people don't.
I see it as inconveniently either way.
70% of the population is going to require some kind of long-term care services at some point.
Right.
We don't know when, we don't know for how long, but an extended long-term care event, as I call it, could really put a drain on your finances and could involuntarily cause you to disinherit your surviving spouse.
Okay.
If you don't have a long-term care plan in place. Having a plan in place doesn't necessarily mean you have insurance, but insurance may be the most efficient way to pay for future long-term care needs and may be what I call portfolio insurance that will help preserve the rest of your assets, which are going to be needed to produce retirement income for either you and your spouse or for your surviving spouse. And so, again, there's so many old cliches out there. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And time is always either our friend or our enemy. Well, when we're talking about these types of issues, time is very important because the longer you have as a window to plan, the more time becomes your friend. But when you wait too long, it's kind of like waiting to buy homeowners insurance until the house is on fire.
Yeah, right.
There's not a whole lot you can do at that point. I frequently have people that ask me if I can provide some help when their 80-year-old parent who's aged out of being able to buy insurance is uninsurable anyway and is now staring down the barrel of the caregiving system. There's not a whole lot I can do at that point other than give them some advice and maybe introduce them to an elder law attorney that I know.